All right, y'all, we're back. Just us two this time. No guest today. Uh, shout out to Brandon again for the last episode. It's almost playoff time. This is the last episode of the regular season. The regular season ends on Sunday, I believe. The 14th. So very soon. I am your host, one of your hosts, Jacob. Here, joined by, of course, the man himself, always here with me, PJ.
Yes, sir. What's up, guys?
BJ, how you feeling? Talk to the people. Tell them what you're excited about for the playoffs. Let them know.
I'm excited playing for sure. Before
Yeah.
the playoffs, I'm
Like,
I'm hoping the Lakers make it out to play-in and plays like they don't play Nuggets. I hope not. If they do, that's gonna be a really tough game for them. They got swept last year, so I hope they don't play the Nuggets yet.
yeah.
And I hope the Nuggets lose so they don't have to play them.
Spoken like a true Lakers fan. Before we get to the play-in, this is the last regular season episode. Like I said, so you know what that means. We did a preview for the awards. Now we're talking All NBA. So today, me and PJ, we're making our All NBA teams, 1, 2, and 3. We're doing all of them. PJ, do you want to
Yo,
start us off? Do you want to kick it off with the first team, or you want me to go? I feel like we're gonna have
the
pretty
first thing,
similar. We're gonna have pretty similar first teams. I feel like it's pretty. I don't think it's too
should we do it
controversial.
on a tier list so we can? Oh, actually, that's too many players.
Yeah, yeah, and then there might be a player that we don't, like we don't have on the a picture of or whatever.
Okay.
I mean, if you want, we could write it down. I can put it down in a notepad or something.
It's all good. I'm looking. I'm using 2K to remember players' names.
Okay. All right. You want me? You want me? Here, I'll start. I'll give you my first team because it's nothing crazy.
Okay.
So my first team, I think, is gonna be a lot of people's. So this is positionless, but this is just the 5 people I ended up picking. But all NBA awards are positionless. This year. I got Luka Doncic, Nikola Jokic, Giannis
Okay.
Antetokounmpo, Shea
Yep.
Gilgeous Alexander, Jason Tatum.
I probably do the same.
Yeah.
I mean, for the whole season, I mean, I can't remove Shea. I want to remove him, but it's like a
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's a toss up between him and Ant.
Fair.
But he's been on the MVP. He's been in the MVP conversation since the beginning of the season, so I can't take him off. Jason Tatum, I would keep for sure. He's on the winning team, best
Yeah.
player of the winning team.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everyone's good. I think that's a solid first team. You said it better, but like, there's no player I could take off.
Yeah. I said when I was looking last night, just to prep, just to see what other people were saying. Pretty much every ballot had this as the first team, and I can't really argue with it.
Really
As I
not.
was as I was looking at the rest of the players, I was like, there. I don't see the argument to take anyone else off for whoever's going to be on this second team or whatever. So I feel like first team's pretty set. Second team was pretty spicy to me. For some people, it might not have been. There's a couple. I think there's a couple spots where I was kind of flip flopping. Do you have your second team? Do you have an uh, Do you have an idea of where you're going?
For sure, I want Ant on that team, the second team.
Yeah, I agree.
Uh, there's no doubt in my mind that he will make second team
Oh,
if if the if they post the All NBA first team and he's on there. That's the only time where I'm like, okay, I'm fine with that because he's proved that he's an All NBA player.
I agree.
Um,
Yeah.
but the second team, there's a toss up of names. Like you can even say Jalen Brown's on there,
Oh God.
and he's also on the best team, and he's been playing. Not, I don't know if it's his best season because 22 was his best season for sure. But I'd probably put him on there.
Okay. Oh. So we're
It's a
I
bonus
don't
to list.
I
It's
don't
kind of hard.
I don't have Brown on my second or third team.
That's okay. That's definitely okay.
It's okay. So I
I don't know where
have
else. I'll just go based on your list, and I'll see how I think because I don't
okay.
really have it written down. I'm
Okay.
just think. I just said. I just thought about the first all team because I think for sure it's the five MVPs that's been staying throughout the whole season.
Mm-hmm.
Not five MVPs, five
No, I
runner
get
ups.
you.
Right?
I get you. So I have two guards, two forwards, and a center here. Also a coincidence. Uh,
Okay.
but I have Edwards on it. I
Okay.
have Anthony Davis on it.
Okay.
I have Jalen Brunson.
Okay.
And then this is the last two spots. It was kind of a toss up with the other someone I have on the third team. But one name I wanted to put on for sure was LeBron. I feel like LeBron
Ooh.
is still deserving. I feel like he's still even at even old man LeBron. I feel like he's still that good. Like I just don't think else. He's LeBron. Like I don't know what to say. I'm not even glazing, but like he hasn't really declined. Like he's like he's declined a little bit. Like he's not prime LeBron, but he's still LeBron. He still does LeBron things. Like I don't.
Yeah,
I feel like he still deserves at least third, in my opinion. I think he still
yeah, at
deserves
least
at
third.
least third.
I'm thinking him as a third.
Yeah, it was close. It was close. I was flip flopping a little bit, but I had
Okay.
LeBron on there, and then the last name I have, I went with Kevin Durant. I was close on that one too. I went with KD because, like LeBron, he's just doing what he's been doing for years, and I feel like I don't really have a reason to take him off. But I can see the argument. I can see the argument. I just personally feel
That's
like
I
he's
definitely see.
he's Kevin Durant. Like I
I think having LeBron on there is kind of shaky for me because the first half of the season before All Star break, he was on and off. He's an on and off player. AD for sure was a lock. Uh, for sure Ant was a lock. We talked about Ant. AD is also I. It's between him and Book for me.
hmm. I'll tell you.
That's where I would probably drop him to third, and I'll put Book on second team because he is Kevin Durant is outstanding player
Yeah,
on the Suns.
of course.
But this is kind of Book's team, and the way how Book has been playing this year without no point guard, and he's been that the guy. Even though we talked about Bradley Beal stepping up as point guard last week,
Mm-hmm.
he's actually been the best combo guard in the league.
Hmm.
Uh,
Okay.
Combo guard, not shooting guard,
No.
because
Yeah.
Ant
Yeah.
was the best shooting guard in the league to me.
Yeah.
So I would put Book on
Hmm.
the second team. Jalen Brunson is also good too. So I can't take Jalen Brunson off that list. He's been balling.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
So
is
I
is Brandon Ingram
I don't think he's gonna.
allowed to be on the All NBA?
Probably not. I don't think.
Oh,
I think he's like in danger of not making it, and I don't know when he's coming back. So I'm gonna assume that he's not gonna make it, but it's not technically confirmed yet.
okay. Because if he could make it, he could be a second or third.
Hmm. So I'll tell you that the name I was thinking of taking LeBron or Durant off for was Kawhi Leonard.
That's another player I was thinking about too, because he's had a consistent year this year. Like the past 2 3 years, he's been taking rest or load management, the correct word, correct term.
Yeah.
Kawhi, Kawhi has been having one of the best seasons of his career. Not greater than the Raptors or the Spurs season, but this is his best season for the Clippers for sure.
Yeah. I mean, so I was trying really hard to figure out what to do with LeBron, Durant, Leonard, because like I feel like there's no wrong answer because
No.
they're all still, even though they're all on the older side, they're all still so good. It's like it was like I wish I could just put them all like in between 2 and 3, and then But at the end, I was just like, you know what, Durant is. I've watched Durant do some still crazy things. Like
Yeah.
just he can. I've still seen him take over games like only so few can. I just ended up giving it to Durant. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna put Kawhi down there just because I don't know, I just didn't. I don't know what it was. I just was looking at Durant. I was looking at Kawhi, and I was like looking at the stats, and I was like, I don't want to be a stat watcher. I don't want to. I was
Yeah.
conflicted. I was like, I feel like I don't have a good reason for putting Leonard down, but like somebody had to go down, so I was like, fuck it. I guess it's Kawhi.
No, I believe you. I mean, if you look at it, if you think about it, who's been more consistent in their career? You would think about KD and stuff.
Yeah.
But if you're talking about this season, it's kind of tricky because KD is also on not a bad team. I think they're in the playoffs right now. They're not playing. They're not in that play-in margin.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the only reason why I could also lean on Kawhi is because they haven't touched the play-in spots since the beginning of the season.
Mm.
Uh, Also, Kawhi is one of the greatest uh, offensive and defensive players, so it could make me shift that he's also in all NBA like regular and defense.
Yeah.
Uh, I'm trying to think of the players who played in the All Star too, because that could also put them up there and for that where they would be that.
And so my third team. So I'll tell you right now, some of the names I left off that you could definitely argue should be on it. Devin Booker, Jalen
Okay,
Brown.
okay.
Uh, There's another name.
I thought
Uh,
Jalen Brown wasn't on your list.
no, he's not. That's what I'm saying. He's not. These are the people that aren't on my third team. That
Okay,
that could be. There was someone else, I think. But uh, Rudy. I think I saw a ballot that had Rudy Gobert there. Um,
I wouldn't put him on.
hey, it's up
He
to you.
could take DPOY.
Yeah, but uh, the names I do have, it's obviously I had Kawhi, who was almost second team. Uh, I put Steph Curry on it because
Okay.
he's doing his best. He's doing his best, and I despite the records, I would definitely still take Curry over Devin Booker.
Uh huh.
Uh, I have Sabonis on this list.
I
I
like
think
that.
I think he's had a great season. I think with Embiid not being there, if this was still positions, um, he'd be a
Uh huh.
lock. He'd be a lock for third team center.
Yeah.
Because he's just had a great season. I put Tyrese Halliburton on here. I was really unsure if I should because he had a nasty slump for a couple months. Um, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna throw him on here just because. If you
I
if
think,
if you want to put Devin Booker there, I'm perfectly okay with that. But I was like, I'm putting Hallie on because that's Hadley. Like I don't care. He still
there's a
had an
lot.
incredible start to the season, and he took his
Hmm.
team to the finals of the in-season tournament. So
Yeah.
I'll give him his credit. But if you want to put Devin Booker there, 100% understand. And then the last name is kind of, this is probably one of the, his name's probably not as what's the word? Probably not as popular, but I feel like he deserves it. He probably won't get third team, but Tyrese Maxey. I feel like he held that team down.
100%.
He held that team
100%.
down long enough and well enough. So now that Joel Embiid coming back, they actually have a chance in the playoffs. They have a chance at the play-in. So I felt like Maxey deserved a nod. So I put him in over like Jalen Brown or something.
100%. I so what's your third team? You named players that are on and that are not on. What is your third team list?
So it's Kawhi Leonard, Steph Curry, Tyrese Halliburton, Tyrese Maxey, Domantas Sabonis.
Okay,
That's what I'm rocking with.
it's hard to not include players based off success because there's so many players in the league that are great.
Yeah, I mean,
Because if it was just based off success, I know Curry's might not be on that list.
yeah, that's why I was kind of like, it, even though his team has been not good and he hasn't been super consistent, I just still feel like he's, I feel like he's done more than enough. Like without him, the team would be complete ass. Like you would, there would be zero hope whatsoever for that team. So I just felt like, I felt like he's deserving. Like he still went on a tear for some stretches of the season. So I thought he was
Did he
good.
make it last year?
Uh, I feel like he should have. I don't know for sure, but I'd be surprised if he
Um,
did, unless he got hurt.
is all NBA also based off team success, or is it individual player how they played during the season?
It's it's kind of up to the what's it called? It's kind of up to the voters. I mean,
Okay,
it's kind of sucks to say that, but like that's really how it is. It's just you. It's however they interpret it. Some people take into account the team success and saying like, oh well, this their team played better, and I think it's because this player was playing better. So I'm gonna give them a boost in my All NBA voting or whatever. So,
because for some reason I'm thinking Wembanyama is going to be on the list.
uh,
Outstanding. I mean, not a lot of rookies make all NBA teams.
uh, would I put him over anybody on my third team?
No, because Sabonis is.
I
I
don't
mean,
think
if
so.
it's positionless,
It is.
Sabonis
It is.
sure, it's like. But he's
He.
as a rookie, like this is the first rookie I'm looking at, and he has one of the most outstanding seasons for rookie.
I think he has an argument, but I don't think I could realistically put him on third team over these names.
Definitely not. Like Tyrese Halliburton for sure to me is a lock, especially when you put into account when you said earlier about like him making the first in season cup into the
Yeah.
finals.
Yeah.
That's and he's beaten Giannis 3 times, the second seed of the league. So it's like there's a lot of accomplishments that he's done this season, like 16 assists and no turnovers, which is Steve Nash level.
He really was on a historic streak when he was on. It's just that slump, that injury really killed it. So
It did,
it's hard
but
to say.
I
Oh,
can't discredit just that.
no.
There's so much things he's done this season,
No,
which
you're
is
right.
amazing.
That's why I still have him on third team, even though I was super nervous to do so. I was like, I don't know, man. He hit a wall at some point, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give it to him. He he did some pretty insane stuff, so I'm okay with it.
Okay, let's run it back a little bit. I don't want to put. I mean, I don't want to put too much time thinking about it. So you for our for all NBA first team, we have it for sure. Both of us on the same
Yeah,
page.
yeah,
You said second team you had Jalen Brunson.
yeah. I had Brunson, I had
You had
Edwards,
okay,
I
yeah,
had
I agree with that.
AD,
AD, I agree with.
like Kevin Durant, and then I had LeBron James. LeBron James.
I think I'm a. If it was my team, my personal team, I would put LeBron third,
Okay.
and then put Sabonis in for the second because he's doing Jokic numbers.
Yeah, I mean
He's
he's doing his thing.
he's like Jokic's son, and then there's Sengun, but I can't put Sengun in there.
Yeah.
Sabonis for sure is my second, and then like how I made the argument with KD and Book,
Uh-huh.
but then we forgot about Kawhi Leonard. I have to put. Dang, this is
Uh,
hard,
I
dude.
I said I was staring at those three wings for a long time, and I was like, I don't know who
Because
the fuck to move down. I was like, what the fuck? And I didn't even have Devin Booker in the conversation. So
because you're
you add
because the
that
way how
name?
it is. My bad, but it's like the way how it is this year. It's positionless, and you can literally
Yeah.
put Brunson on the third team
Yeah.
and have Kawhi and Book on the or Kawhi and somebody else on that like thing. And I'm like scratching my head hella hard thinking about. Even though you can see that I'm scratching my head, I'm scratching my head hella hard to think about like, do I want Brunson on that thing on the on that second
I
team?
do. I definitely do.
I do. He's deserving of the All NBA. And
100%.
there's a lot of players that we didn't mention that is high in the seeds in the East
Yeah, we didn't
that
even
has
I didn't
we
even
didn't touch Magic.
I didn't even talk about I didn't even invoke the name of Damian Lillard. I didn't even
Damian Lillard's not on that list. He can take his All Star starters
He's not
and
even on the. He's nowhere. He. I saw one person saying that they were thinking about putting Dame on if
really
if something happened, and I was kind of like, I don't know about that.
like I see the argument to put Dame in there
I'm not putting him
because
on there.
there's a there's a stats for the Bucks where if Giannis isn't playing, they can still win with Dame on the roster. But when Dame doesn't play and Giannis is playing, they lose. And
Oh
that's where I could see that part, but I can't even put him on a
no,
third
but
team because there's too many good teams in the NBA.
the context for
But
that though, the context for that stat, at least if Giannis isn't playing, they have Bobby Portis filling in for him.
yeah,
If Dame isn't playing, it's like Pat Bev. It's like it's a really it's a really nasty drop off. It's just like it's that's why it looks so bad like that.
yeah,
I've seen enough of Dame to know he's not he's not better
oh
than
yeah,
all the names on All NBA
definitely not.
right now.
I know this is off topic, but I think for the Bucks to fix that, even though I'm not like NBA coach or anything,
Yeah.
I think what the Bucks need to fix that is like, Chris Middleton definitely needs to step up. He was Giannis's number two before they had Dame,
Mhm. Like bro,
and so
they need a lot. They need they need a lot. They're only one game ahead of the Magic right now, and the Bucks are playing the Celtics as we speak. So they
oh
at the end of the game they might be only half a game ahead of the Magic. So I'm and they play the Magic twice still, I think. So they might be dropping to third. We'll have to see. Magic might take
yeah,
the second seed, bro. They're tied for third
they,
right now.
right.
They're right
And
there.
that's I mean it's the Bucks, if they lose this game, it's not just the Magic; it's the Magic and the Knicks.
Yeah. And then the Cavs
But
are another half game behind.
yeah, I mean, back on to the topic for All NBA, it kind of sucks that I can't put like Paulo Banquero or like any
Yeah.
other team on the All NBA because I haven't seen enough of Paulo Banquero, even though
That's fair.
they're so close to the second seed.
That's fair. That's fair.
Uh,
I think the other name
but
I was thinking of was Zion. I think Zion would
oh
be
yeah,
could be deserving of a third team spot. I wouldn't be mad at that if he does get it.
this is his best season
Yeah, that was just another
as
name.
he actually plays.
Yeah, and he's good. He's a good basketball player. Who knew? Who knew? Apparently he's good. But he's the other name that I was thinking at the end. But I didn't want to put him on over the other people I had there.
I mean, for sure, some players that won't make it would be Bam Adebayo,
Yeah, he should
Darius
not make it.
Garland.
I think Garland's ineligible.
Oh, he's
I think a lot of the Cavs are
oh,
Mitchell, Garland. I'm pretty sure
Mobley.
Mobley. Yeah, the only one would be like Jared Allen. I'd be fine with Jared Allen as like a fourth or fifth All NBA team. If that was
Yeah,
the thing, he would probably be fourth or fifth. But I'm not. I can't put him over those people that I have on there right now.
I feel like there's a player I want to put in the All NBA teams. It could be second or third, most likely third, and it'd be Jalen Williams because he has had an outstanding season too. I feel like the only reason he's not going to make that list is because his name is not as big as these other players that we're naming. Like obviously LeBron, everyone knows LeBron, everyone knows KD, everyone knows the superstars of the teams.
Yeah, he's a good player,
And
man.
even Zion's a bigger name than him, and he only
Of
played one
course.
good season.
Okay. Oh, he's Zion, bro. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, everyone knows Zion.
Yeah.
Like people would be like, "Oh, John Morant's better than the guy that you're naming because you know his name."
Oh man, Shaw Morant.
John Morant is a good player, but he didn't play this season.
No, he didn't. I think.
Um,
I think I'm set with where I'm at with mine. Uh, I would say that the next closest people would probably be Devin Booker, Jalen Brown, Zion Williamson.
yeah.
But I'm fine with where I'm at with mine.
Okay, I mean, I believe yours. Jalen Brunson on that second team is really like to me. He's like a toss up for me.
I feel like
But
he's I feel like he's earned it personally.
let the viewers know who would be my second team. I'm kind of following you, but I'm gonna drop Brunson and
Like
put D Book in.
that's fair. No, I get it. That's fair.
But I'm gonna put Book. I'm gonna keep Edwards because he's for sure a lock for second team.
Yeah, he should
If
be.
he drops to third, I don't know what the NBA is doing.
He should be. I don't know what else he has to do.
Uh, Kawhi. I'll keep Kawhi in the second team. AD for
Okay.
sure and Sabonis.
Oh, okay.
The third team's gonna be just old NBA players and Tyrese Halliburton. My third team. So, Jalen Brunson, Tyrese, KD, LeBron, and who did you have for your third team? I'm missing one player.
Uh,
Oh, Steph Curry. Steph
yeah.
Curry's on that third team.
Steph Curry.
It a lot of players are gonna be hella missed on the list,
Of course.
and it's super difficult. The
Yeah.
West has too many players. Like,
Yeah.
there's only two players I named for that third team, and not a lot of players in the second. I don't. In my second team, it's all West. So
Yeah.
if I wanted to put an honorable mention, Tyrese Maxey for sure. I wanted him to be on my list,
Yeah.
but every time I say the players back to myself in my head or on this video, on this episode, it can't.
No.
There's no way I can't put Tyrese over Halliburton, even though like the way how they both played was outstanding. I
Yeah,
can't
that's
put
fair.
him over Brunson, obviously, because they're placed and how hard has Brunson have been balling this year. I can't put him over Ant because Ant's a lock at the winner of the two NBA teams, and
Yeah.
Book for sure. I can't put him over Book, but he could win Most Improved Player. I don't mind him winning that.
I'm pretty sure he will. I don't know who else it would be.
Tyrese.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, both Tyrese can make it,
I think
but for sure Maxi could win it.
Maxi's definitely made more of a jump than Halliburton. Halliburton was much closer to where he was last year. He was closer to where he is now than Maxi was.
Okay, which is fair.
Yeah.
And players that we obviously that I said that's gonna be left out is gonna be Bankero, even
Yeah.
though they're the third seed right now, and we named some six seed, seven seed players on that team. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave
Yeah.
off Jalen Brown, even though I thought he would make the list.
Fuck that guy.
If he joined a different team, I'll put him on the second team.
If he
But that's
take
for the future to hold.
if he apologizes for the dunk contest, he can have third team.
Oh, definitely. If he that 50 dunk on Carson, that is not worth it.
It. I'm not even gonna. So to shift the topic, the as I said, the Bucks and the Celtics are playing right now. I guess it's
Yeah.
kind of on topic. Currently, now I'm saying currently because I have seen so many Twitter posts from the Bucks Twitter where they are up multiple tens of points, at least 20 at
Okay.
halftime, and then the final score is a loss. But right now,
That's the
just right
case right
now,
now.
as of the second quarter, the Bucks are up 51-32 on the Boston Celtics.
Yeah.
The Boston does not have Tingus Pingus. He is out,
It don't-
but I'm seeing what I'm seeing. I'm reading the stats. I'm looking at the score. The Bucks are winning by 20. It is just the second quarter, so I'm sure by the end of this episode, the lead will be gone. But I'll keep my eye on it. We'll see where it goes. Um, but since
I
you
feel
brought,
like
go ahead.
uh my bad to cut you off, but like I feel like the Bucks could win this. I mean, Tingus is a huge piece on that team. I don't think the Celtics care about losing any more games. They're stuck at number one.
Yeah, I mean they can't do anything. I mean it's just they're just there.
So
They're just there.
at this point, I'm pretty sure their players are playing to have fun more than to winning.
Hey man,
Unless it's to win MVP for Jason Tatum.
I I'll never count out the Bucks from losing. I'll leave it at that. But you mentioned a certain other award earlier, DPOY. Uh,
Yeah,
when we're talking about Rudy Gobert, Rudy Gobert seems locked
he's
as
like,
the DPOY winner. I've seen some posts showing some stats comparing Rudy Gobert and of course the other player you mentioned, Victor Wembanyama. Uh, Statistically, from the base stats, Wembanyama is leading Gobert in pretty much all those categories. Uh,
yeah.
how do you how do you feel about the DPOY race in general? Like, what does this tell you that if Gobert
Well,
is the runaway favorite essentially right now?
we've talked about it maybe 2, 3 episodes ago about our predictions on DPOY.
Yeah.
I feel like it's unlikely for Victor Wembanyama to win because he's a rookie.
Hmm.
But the stats and I watched both of him and Rudy Gobert play. I want to give it. If it was my vote and I'm allowed to vote for the NBA, I'd definitely give it 100% to Victor. Rudy
Hmm.
Gobert can be second in place in voting. Yes, his team is very successful, but Wembanyama has been on a whole number level for blocks and steals. I mean, blocks is insane. There's no one that's averaging like 5, 6 blocks a game. Rudy Gobert, for sure, I know he's definitely averaging 3 blocks a game. I don't think he has averaged enough steals as how Victor has been averaging. I think like if it was an argument, like if Victor was in the year that Giannis won DPOY, I feel like those would be hard. But him against Rudy Gobert on that Defensive Player of the Year, I know Rudy Gobert is winning. It's just not my vote that he would win.
So I have obviously we brought up the statistical argument for Victor. Uh, I think, and I've heard this from people that do have a vote. I don't know if it's like this for every voter, but one of them, I think it was the year Marcus Smart won DPOY. They pretty much said that they were gonna vote for whoever the best defensive player on the best defensive team was,
Hmm.
and this year that is Rudy Gobert.
Yeah.
Um, and I've seen some people saying like, I didn't know DPOY was a team award. Like I didn't know you had to have a good
It's an
defense.
individual player.
I didn't know you had to be on a good defensive team to win this award. But I feel like I still feel like it's I would still vote for Rudy because um I mean obviously the defense is good around him. Like the players
Mm-hmm.
around him are good defenders,
100%.
but he is he's the guy. Like he, if he's not standing there, that defense is not the same. And it's just like I can't ignore that he has a very clear defensive presence, and he very clearly is the
Sorry.
reason, a big reason why that defense is so good. So and like especially on defense, it feels like there's not a lot of statistics for like the influence a player can have on defense. Um, and I'm sure Victor has a lot of those too. But people have said like a guard will get near the paint and they'll see Rudy standing there, and then they'll just pass the ball out even though they're wide open because they know that they're not going to score on Rudy. It's like that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. That kind of stuff isn't going to get charted, and like that, Victor probably is already getting a good bit of that too. Um, but I feel like there's a reason. I think it's deserved for Rudy to be the runaway favorite for the award. Um,
Okay.
and I've seen some people bring up like advanced metrics and shit, and it's like some of them are apparently good, some of them are bad, and they got crazy names sometimes. Like there's one that's just called like LeBron. I'm like, I don't know who even who even came up with that. What does that even mean? And I don't know, but apparently, according to these advanced metrics, uh, Rudy is number one in a lot of them, and then Victor is like a couple spots down, like three or five.
Okay.
So I mean, like I definitely think Victor should be at least second, like 100%. Um, but I feel like the argument for it being the best defensive player on the best defensive team has some merit, but I feel like you can't. It has to be warranted still. Like I think them giving it to Marcus Smart that 1 year was still insane. But but I feel like if you're giving it to a guy like Rudy who has, led like who has been a cornerstone of his team's defense like every year that he's been good, it's like I can't it's kind of undeniable like that he's just that good of a defender.
I think going back to the Marcus Smart year, I feel like the reason why they did that is because since it's an offensive run league, they're like, oh, not a lot of players play defense anymore, and so that's why they would go to the Celtics and be like, oh, Marcus Smart, boom.
What? Wait, what?
You don't get what I'm saying? Like, since it's an offensive run league,
Yeah.
they wouldn't look at a lot of. I mean, I need to look at what year does he won that because I know Giannis won it like probably after.
I think
I
Giannis
think.
won it before.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess my take doesn't stand that much, but my take is that since it's an offensive run league, I think they looked at the Celtics since obviously, like you said, they're the best defensive league in the NBA,
Oh
team
yeah.
in the NBA. They would pick whoever's the best defensive player on there.
Because I remember what happened that year was for a while people were saying they were going to vote for Robert Williams because
Yeah.
he was their one of their cornerstones on defense, and then he got hurt at some point in the later half of the season, and then out of nowhere the Marcus Smart odds to win DPOY shot up, and I don't even think they shot up. I think he just ended up winning because I think all the voters were just like, well, who's next on the Celtics? And then
Exactly. So it's like, yeah,
that's why I feel like to a certain extent, voting for the best defensive player on the best defensive team makes sense. But I feel like in times like that, it's like he wasn't even on your radar. Like you're only voting for him because the dude in front of him got hurt. Like
yeah,
he's definitely not the best defensive player this year. Also, I feel like there has to be some warrant to it. But I feel like with Rudy, I feel like it's fair. I'm not mad at that argument for him because his defense is fucking phenomenal. Like
yeah.
it's great.
Like I can't discredit that
So I get it. I get it, but I'm sure Victor will get one later anyways. So
in the future.
it'll be okay. It'll balance out. This is his first season. He'll be fine. He'll be fine.
Yeah, there's more seasons that come for Victor Wembanyama. I'm pretty sure he can win a couple MVPs, DPOYs, and stuff like that after.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. So this is, as I've said, the last episode where we can actually talk about the regular season. because after
Yeah.
this, we're only on playoffs. So
Yeah.
PJ, what are your favorite moments from the regular season, or what is your biggest surprise, good or bad? Good or bad? I think
My
we've already,
favorite moment
yeah. I think I've already said
when
that. I already said that we've talked about one of the biggest surprises being the Magic being such a high seed. Uh, it's pretty incredible.
yeah,
I have no idea. I did not think
that's
that.
my yeah for sure. That's the biggest surprise.
Yeah,
Make them even being in the top three is a fucking surprise.
bro,
But
top five even to me. I was. I'm
like,
obviously
jeez, man.
obviously the Sixers got handicapped by the Embiid injury, but for them to still win enough games to get up there is really
Yeah,
shocking to me.
I feel like my favorite moment obviously got to be the Anthony Edwards dunk.
Oh yeah.
But there behind that, there's Luca's 73-point game, and then his Christmas game where he actually plays defense. And those are my biggest moments of the year, top three moments of the year.
Okay. I think the one that I like, I think the one that really got me going, the fucking in season tournament was actually it actually went
Oh
kind of
no, that was
crazy.
pretty hard.
It actually went kind of
Yeah,
crazy. Because people actually got to watch Tyrese Halliburton play basketball. Because
exactly. It was on national TV.
they weren't putting Indiana on no damn nationally televised games. Like no
Exactly.
one was getting to watch him. So I think that what the in season tournament does, is just you can give those small market teams a spotlight. The players
Yeah.
that deserve it, they
Fucking
can
awesome.
get it that way. Um, I think it's fun. Like I don't know the specifics by heart, but I'm sure there's some stuff they can iron out in terms of uh how it works with like the schedules and what
Yeah.
counts as a regular season game and whatever. But I think it was fun. I mean, watching Halliburton fucking almost single handedly destroy the fucking top two seeds in the East back to back.
Yeah.
Unreal.
It
That
was
that
crazy.
that was peak. That was that like that week on Twitter. It just NBA Twitter was just, oh man,
Blowing up.
that shit
Dude,
was so exciting, man.
what
Uh,
I love about the end season tournament is that like you get to watch competitive players in the beginning of the season.
yeah,
And that's what made it more fun for me to like
for sure.
get back into watching instead
Oh,
of
for
just
sure.
like trying to prize picks everything.
Hey, bro. Hey, maybe we get a Prize Pick sponsor too. Maybe
Hopefully we get a gambling
we gotta
sponsor.
get one of them. We gotta get them or Underdog. Gotta
Definitely.
get
I
gambling,
wouldn't
bro.
mind.
Oh, uh, I mean, I don't think I think how many we've done two Underdog drafts already. I don't think we need to do another one.
I mean, it would always be fun to do another one.
Maybe.
I did an underdog. I did an underdog draft today for like the teams that are playing today.
Oh, okay.
But I did it. I think I did it yesterday, and I picked Chris Stapps, and he's out today, and it's just like it's just like, bruh.
I
I felt like
think
my team was set.
I think it just gives you whoever the next highest projected player is.
Oh, if he's out.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how it works. 'Cause that's how it is with football. I'm sure it's the
I will
same.
check.
I'm sure it's the same. Ooh. All right, so I don't know if we ever got to actually talk about it, but I think you had a take about did you? I don't remember. Maybe you did actually. I think you did. Talking about
Let me
the
know about it.
if you thought the plan was like unnecessary. I think
Did
you
we
talked
talk
about it.
about it?
I thought we. I think we did
I swear we
actually.
talked about it like the episode before Brandon.
Yeah, I think we did.
And
I think we did.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
just in case people haven't watched the episode, my take was the play-in tournament. I mean, I believe they did it because of they took off. If you're the first in your division, you're gonna make the playoffs. Blah blah blah. Uh, I think that my take was basically about the play-in tournament shouldn't matter if we're far away from the eighth seed, like how the Hawks and the Bulls are right now. And
Yeah.
it only matters if you're really close to the 8-7 seed, like the Lakers and the Warriors.
Yeah.
Right. It that also takes was about. Sorry, I just blanked out thinking about it. Um,
There you go.
so the Bulls not making it, the Hawks not making it. If they don't make it, don't play it. Just don't play the play-in anymore. It
Yeah.
shouldn't matter for them. Just 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 worry about next season. Because if you play those games, those play-in games, say the Bulls and the Hawks, they play, the Bulls win, and then they play against like Philly or the Heat, and they lose. Like, what was the point in the play-in? There was no point. You're just choosing between 7 and 8 seeds from right there. And then
Yeah.
for the Lakers versus those other West teams, those are different because the West is always competitive.
Mm-hmm.
That was my only take on it.
Yeah. No, I get you.
I don't think that's ever going to be a change in the NBA. They keep those for more entertainment for their fans,
It's more money.
hoping hoping they
they
would just make the playoffs, but they're not going to make the playoffs.
they gotta fill that ad space.
Yeah,
They got ads to run. They got
and there's also
sponsors.
marketing.
They got sponsors. They got it. Like when YouTubers are like, I gotta get this video out because I gotta fulfill my sponsors.
Exactly,
NBA got sponsors. They got promotions. They got they need to get the word out.
exactly, and it's also based like from the last podcast with Brandon, where the reason why NBA has more timeouts and more quarters
Yeah,
than
yeah,
college, and it's all marketing. And
yeah,
you have the Bulls and the Hawks play. You get some timeouts, you get some ads going.
yeah.
So it is a huge marketing move. So I don't think they're gonna change that.
I agree. Now, I I believe you are a hip hop fan, correct, PJ?
100%.
And I believe you are. Are you up to date on this J Cole situation?
Yeah, the apology came out.
Yes. So for those who don't know, Kendrick Lamar sent some disses on a feature. Sent some
Hard
at
diss.
Drake. Sent some at Drake. Sent some at J Cole. J Cole responded. Uh, it was one of his tracks on his project. Might delete later. 2 hours later, after responding to Kendrick, he goes on stage, one of his performances or whatever. He says, "Man, ever since I released that diss track, I haven't felt good. I don't feel right dissing my man. I apologize. I take it back. We're taking that song off streaming services." People had a field day
Was
with that.
that was 2 hours after he dropped
It was
that?
2 days. 2 days.
Okay.
He said he couldn't sleep for two for 2 days. See, it wasn't sitting right with his soul. And PJ, I know you're not prepared for this, so it's okay
I was not.
if this doesn't go. If this doesn't go super well, it's okay. I could just cut it out if it's really not that good. But
No, you're good. Keep this on.
but
We're gonna have a music podcast in the
I
future. Let's do
prepared
it.
I prepared a few names, a few rapper names, and I want you
Okay.
to give me the NBA comparison to
That
these
you know
men.
what's so crazy about that?
What?
That's so crazy. Like we're in sync about that because I was thinking about doing a podcast video of NBA player comparisons and I started writing some down.
Hey, all right. Well, hey, if you started with rappers, we you might be
Hold
able
on,
to cook
I'm gonna
here.
disappear real quick because it's on my notes. I started writing some down.
Oh no, I'm
Let me
PJ.
send it to my MacBook.
Okay. I was like, I want to talk about this J Cole shit, but I was like, how are we gonna put this in a basketball podcast?
That's so perfect, bro. I literally have notes for it written down,
That's what I'm talking about.
but I didn't finish because I was like kind of stuck.
I know that's what I'm saying. I didn't know if you're gonna be able to come up with some on the spot, but if you already have some of them written down,
I,
then never
I I
mind.
got I got three because we're talking about the Kendrick Lamar J Cole diss,
Hey, if you already got
and
some,
I
just list them out, bro.
so I had J Cole
Of
to
course.
LeBron, and
Okay.
it's I put it in considered to age and when they started. I know J Cole started maybe like late 2000s.
Yeah.
I could be wrong, maybe early 2010.
Mm-hmm.
Um, he has this line in My Delete Later, and it's like it makes sense that I would put him right next to LeBron or comparing to LeBron.
Mm-hmm.
And the line was Hall of Famer hungrier than all the newcomers.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron is a Hall of Famer.
Mm-hmm.
He's playing Jabari Smith Jr. and he played his dad, so he is the newcomer.
Yeah.
That was my comparison, and like J Cole has been consistent corrupt throughout his career, and he's getting old. And even when he's like 50, I feel like he's still gonna be one of the biggest in the game if he drops like a 50-year-old feature somebody else.
Hey, bro, maybe. Yeah. I see you got Jake Cole to LeBron.
I had Kendrick as Kevin Durant because they're both
Oh.
petty,
What?
and they're also the same age, which is funny too.
That's a crazy one. That's not why I expected that. That's not why I expected. That's not why I would think you would link Kendrick to Kevin Durant. But okay.
There was other times where I was like gonna write it down and think I had one good and I didn't write it down, and I was like, "Fuck, what's more comparable for Kevin Durant to Kendrick Lamar?"
I would
I
have
mean,
linked.
besides staying in the West,
I
is
would
like,
have. I would have linked Kendrick to Steph Curry.
oh, see, that's where I don't have Steph and Kendrick.
I would have because if I'm thinking these killers, I'm trying to think who's killing people, who's really going after the game, who's
Yeah,
not. He's not trying. Like he came. Like he's friends with people, and he's like, like he could be cool with you, but he's not
yeah.
afraid to kill you. He's not
On the
afraid to go
court,
at you.
I can see that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Steph Curry don't care who's in front of him. He'll kill anybody. Steph Curry's a killer, bro. Yeah, Kendrick, and they've both been running. They've been running California for the past 10 years.
Oh yeah. So with that, it's funny because like that I see where you're going by. So I just remembered Kendrick. Oh, okay, Kevin Durant, and Kendrick Lamar. The reason why I would go with Petty, and it's
No, you're
because
right
he's
though. You're right.
Kendrick. Kendrick will throw shots at everybody,
No,
and then
you're right.
Kevin Durant will go on Twitter and he'll talk shit to everybody on his burner or wherever.
Okay.
That's where my and they're both really good.
Okay.
So
Then
like,
the only difference is that Kendrick is fucking taking shots at the biggest rappers in the world, and Kevin Durant is arguing with fans on Twitter. But
about
no,
why
but
can
I
I
see
be
what you
not
mean
top
though.
five?
I see what you mean though. I get it. I get where you're coming from though.
But your take is good too. I actually had Steph Curry with Drake,
Okay. Yeah, I'm not
and
mad
my
at that.
notes
I'm not mad at
my
that.
notes on this was they're light skin,
Okay.
always consistent,
No, you're
especially
right.
in bad seasons slash albums,
Uh huh.
and looked up as one of the greats in the game.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. I'm not mad at that. I'm okay with that. I get that. I get that.
You got any other rappers that you would compare? Because I can't. I was like looking at like, oh, who would I compare Eminem to at this point? Like I can't do that.
Eminem.
You
Ew.
gotta compare him to another white boy, and I
Ew.
and I don't want to just.
I'm not doing that.
Oh,
Go ahead,
I
say it.
I do I do I do Eminem and Larry Bird.
I knew you're gonna. I mean, that's what everyone's gonna say.
I feel like
That's what
it's
everyone's
like
gonna
how
say.
Larry Bird would be like, "Oh, why did you put me on another white dude?"
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
pretty sure Eminem would feel the same way. Like
Oh, I.
he's in the league with other black guys, and they'll be number one in the game. No,
Right.
no racist things or anything. It's that's just how they are.
No racist. No racist.
No
No, I
racism.
no, I
Like I
get you
was,
though.
yeah.
I for sure that's the one everyone would go to, which I get. It's fair.
I can't think of another like white guy that's big in the game. Like
No, that's
Jason
not.
Williams, he's good, but
No.
he's like a more of like a street ball. Like if you put him in the street ball league, he'll be number one somewhere.
Yeah.
But it's like, who else would I say that I can't? I don't want to put him with Luca. I would put someone with Luca with rappers now.
Yeah. I mean, probably yeah. No,
You
I
do
think
you have
no, you're
another
right.
rapper in your list?
No, you're no. I think you got it. I don't. I wouldn't. I don't really know who else I would put Eminem with. I think that's. I think you're good. I think you're fine. I got one though.
Oh,
Pusha
I want to hear
T.
this one.
Pusha T. Zach Randolph. Zach Randolph.
Dang, I thought you
That
were gonna say current player.
who?
I don't know, but I was thinking someone who doesn't like Steph Curry
Oh no.
because like compared Drake to Steph Curry.
I hey Pusha T. Pusha T's definitely about that. Zach Randolph was definitely about that. They're definitely they are definitely they definitely got the flip phones. That picture of Debo with the flip phone is funny as hell because I know that's definitely his plug phone.
It's crazy enough. Like I'm a big, and
That's
I love hip hop.
that's his
I'm
throwaway.
a huge fan, and I know ball, but I don't know those two guys, and I can't like disagree or agree with you on that part.
Bro, I just know I've just seen the pictures of fucking Zach Randolph. That dude he definitely looks like he was banging. Like he and all of Pusha T's songs are about him fucking pushing drugs. That's why he's Pusha T.
Okay,
He's pushing all kinds of shit. Crack, cocaine. Like that's all his shit.
is there a player who you would? Never mind. I was thinking of one. I was like, if would you compare Kanye to anybody? And then I thought of one, and I
Ooh.
was like, that's
Oh
the only
wow.
player I could probably think
Who
about.
who?
I had Kyrie.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the one. That's the one though.
He's the most woke player in the NBA.
That's the one though. You would definitely beat Kyrie for sure. For sure. Not, not even close. They
Who
always
else
thought
is in the
because
second?
they're innovative in their own ways with in their respective professions, but they're both insane.
Yeah.
They both have some wild ideologies. So, I think you're right. I think you're right. That's fair.
Who would you? Oh, I didn't realize I was that low. Who would you say would be like a comparison to Mike though?
Michael Jordan?
That, that's a hard one.
I don't know because obviously Michael Jordan's a goat, at least top two, and he revolutionized that shit.
Yeah,
If we're going by time period, if we're going by time period, it's if you're from the West, you're gonna say Pac. If you're from the East, you're gonna say Biggie.
yeah. And
So,
I was
eh,
thinking about this right now. If I didn't say Eminem and Bird, I would have been like Magic Johnson, Larry Bird would have been Pac and Biggie, basically.
that yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, I
But
pretty much, pretty much. You're right. You know what?
who was big in the West in the '90s? I don't know why I can't think of this.
I mean, I mean that was Pac.
Because I'm not gonna say Hakeem is fucking Pac and then Jordan's
Okay,
Biggie.
we don't have to get that hung up on the locations. I don't think we have to do that. That's that's a little too hard.
I mean, no, I mean,
Otherwise,
yeah,
otherwise, Big Sean is Cade Cunningham. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
I would not do that. That's disgusting.
Now you
I
know.
would say Andre Drummond has Big Sean then.
Okay. Wait, here I got one. I got one. I
You
got
got
Lil
it?
Wayne. I got Lil Wayne. Right.
All right, one of the
He's
biggest in
on
the game.
every song. He's featured everywhere. He's got God knows how many verses. He's saying all kinds of shit. He's trying a bunch of different things.
Yeah,
He's pretty much a volume shooter. He's a volume rapper, right?
yeah.
And he obviously has hits. He's got lots of hits, but he just has so many. He just has so many songs, so many verses. I think I think he's like Kobe Bryant. I think he's like
Okay,
because it's undeniable that they're good. They have lots of good out there, but they also got they got sections where it's like I don't know what they were really trying to do here. Kobe got the most missed shots in NBA history. I can't ignore that. Does that
hold
mean he's
on.
a bad player? No.
No,
Lil Wayne has some trash bars. Does that mean he's a bad rapper? No. Are they both all-time greats? Yeah. Did they both greatly inspire the next generation after them? Hell yeah.
it's funny how you say that because to all the players who play 2K on 2K24, the load up screen, it's Lil Wayne talking about Kobe.
Hey, bro. Game recognized
I
game,
don't know.
bro. He got a song. He got a song after Kobe, don't he?
That's probably the song that they used.
I would be surprised if it wasn't. Yeah, he's got a song called Kobe Bryant.
Here, literally, this is the bar he put down. Kobe doing work 2-4 on my shirt. He's the greatest on the court. I'm the greatest on the verse.
Hey,
And I was like, what the heck? All right. When you said that, that's the first thing that popped up in my
hey,
mind.
hey! That was off top. I was looking at this list of rappers that I wrote down, and I was like, who would Kobe be? I was like, bro, he's definitely Lil Wayne. They definitely
Oh,
shot chucking.
definitely. If
They
you
definitely.
look at like people putting rappers on a chart, they'll be like, oh, Kobe, Lil Wayne's number one for sure all time.
Hey, some people really
Talking
think
about
that.
art. And then you got Kobe number one over Michael Jordan for people who love Kobe Bryant. And I'm
Some
like, all
people,
right,
some people really like. Yeah, some people really like that.
I'm not discrediting their list.
No, I'm just saying there are people that legitimately will believe that for both Lil Wayne and Kobe.
Yeah,
And then
so
the rap purists,
perfect for
the
each
rap
other.
purists will tell you that it might be Pac, it might be Biggie, and then the ball knowers will tell you it's either LeBron or it's MJ or it's Kareem.
Yeah,
But there are going to be people that will stand by Lil Wayne or stand by Kobe and say, "No, this is the goat." And they got their, like I said, they influenced the following generations heavily,
yeah,
both in
definitely,
their field and just in general. I
exactly.
That's where I'm at with that one. I think that one's pretty spot on. Personally,
That's for
I
sure
like I
spot
like
on.
that one. I like that one. All right,
Let's do one more. Let's do
well,
one
one more.
more.
You have a
I
player
was
or a
thinking
rapper
about.
in mind? Huh?
No, I was thinking of one, but then I was like, I need to think about a different rapper. Then, well, I was gonna say a funny one would have been like, oh, Brandon Ingram is Wiz Khalifa, and,
Yeah,
and that's for the
I
obvious reasons.
I agree with you. I agree with you there. That's
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I got a really random one. This makes no sense,
Okay.
but I think it's funny. Meek Mill is Scotty Barnes.
Oh
everything, everything, everything
no!
that, everything,
No!
everything they do is hilarious unintentionally. Everything they do is peak comedy, whether they mean for it to be or not. Have you seen Meek Mill fucking jumping off that trampoline? Have
Bro,
you seen that video?
all the Meek Mill shit that's came out has been in my
Yeah,
mind.
I was kind of I was gonna try to not think about that, but that he is involved in some stuff.
Now
I'm
that you bring that up, I could have been like, oh, P. Diddy and Dwight Howard could have been the same people.
I was thinking, dude. I was thinking of Dwight Howard. I was not gonna bring him up, but I was. It was on my mind. It was on
It's
my
on the
mind.
money now with like all the things about him.
It was on. It was. I was thinking it. I can't lie to you. I was really thinking it. I'm about to show the people the fucking video of Meek Mill jumping on the trampoline because that shit's so
All
funny,
right.
bro. Well, I wasn't gonna touch that. I was gonna. I was gonna. I was just gonna leave it at Meek Mill, and I was gonna try to avoid Dwight Howard, but I was right there with you.
Hey, when you brought that up, I had to bring up Dwight Howard. There's a lot of controversy behind all the shit he's done. So
Yeah,
nothing bad, but it's just like Twitter would know about it, Instagram would know about it, maybe 100% TikTok would talk about it.
yeah, yeah. I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot. All right. I think we have to leave it on Dwight Howard. I think we have to get out of here. We gotta leave. We gotta. Diddy's coming for us. We gotta go. We gotta go.
I'm
Uh,
rocking the yours.
thank y'all for watching. Hit subscribe. Save us from Diddy. If you hit subscribe and hit like, you'll save us. We need help.
100%. We need help. Get us out of here.
Leave a comment. Let us know if you got any other rapper uh rapper comparisons. We could already do more stuff like that. For stuff that's not rap, but I wanted to talk about J. Cole. Uh Subscribe because we got all the playoff content coming out. We got more stuff planned. More
100%.
guests. More guests, more fun, more reactions. You know the vibes. I'm Jacob. This is my host
I'm PJ.
PJ.
What up?
We are the Hooper Soul Podcast. We know ball, but we will see you on Sunday or Monday for the playoff preview. Peace out.
Peace.